thanks for coming to my channel today. It's been a little over a week since I posted a video, and the reason that is because I failed twice. I tried to do a video this week. Twice I tried to do a video, and it was of me setting up my HX effects, like my patch that I use 99% of the time. I don't really change a whole lot of. I thought I would just go through how easy it is. I don't use the software. So the first time on Wednesday, I got through the entire video. I was like, man, I'm really happy. I used a humbucking guitar, single coil guitar, and my P90 guitar. And I'm like, man, this is really good. I can't wait to start editing this. And realized I did not hit the arm track to the amp. And man, I thought, well, maybe I can salvage it because I had a room mic going. It was terrible. It was so bad. I decided that maybe I should do that again. So rather than waste, I was wasted. I was just worn out. It was a long process. And so I waited till the next day. And I thought, okay, I'm fresh. Let's do this again. I set everything up again, got it going again, ran through the video, was just as good as it was the day before. You know, it's always about your playing, right? My playing was like, I played really good on Wednesday. On Thursday, maybe didn't play as well, but it was still good. I was really getting my point across, you know, with how I set up my patch. And I'm just about done, getting ready to say, you know, a few more things. And my camera, my main camera, the one that I'm talking to here, stops working. So I'm like, well, poop. So I went and turned everything off. I thought, well, maybe I can salvage the video and try to piece something together. And I'm not a really proficient editor yet. And so I got on the editing software, and it was just terrible. So I just trashed it. I don't think I kept the tracks. I probably should have, but I just said to heck with it. Giving you this video now. So I say that because through all that failure, I think I learned something. And I think anytime you fail, you should learn something from that. I mean, you learn kind of like, why did I fail? Well, I think the SIM card was too full. Even though it didn't have much on it, it was just, I was taxing it quite a bit. So I learned that. But the premise of my channel, and I have an Instagram that my tagline in that is love your struggle. And loving your struggle is sometimes really hard because no one wants to struggle. But when you do struggle, you learn from it. And when you struggle, you learn, you get better. And so I believe that. I believe that we all get better when we have struggles. And no one wants to struggle with health and with that kind of stuff. But in guitar playing, I think if you play the same thing over and over again and you're not struggling to learn something new, you're just not going to progress. And man, I know this all too well. I've been playing for a very long time, and I've been struggling a lot more than I ever have because I'm really trying new stuff. So if you're struggling with something right now with guitar playing, you know, own it. And when you're done on the other side of it, you'll be like, man, that was hard, but man, I have that now, if it's a riff or whatever it is. So keep going. The other thing I want to talk about is what I keep seeing on the YouTubes right now, and maybe it has something to do with Joe Bonamassa's article in one of the magazines about, you know, live stage. We all, I mean, if we all had a Marshall and we could put it on 10, we would do it because it's really cool. I've never done that. I've never played a Marshall amplifier. I've been playing for a long time. I've never plugged into a JCM 800 or a 400 or a JT45 or whatever they are. I've never played Marshalls, and I've never put one at 10 or 11. So, you know, I think we all would do that. But the reality of is we're playing small clubs. We're playing in our bedrooms or in our studios. We're playing in places where you just can't crank it up. Joe is playing Royal Albert Hall, and he's got, I mean, he can be as loud as he wants to be. His sound guy can can yell at him all he wants, but he's Joe Bonamassa. He runs the show. He owns the stage. Literally, he rents it for the night. It's his. So for those of us that don't have a lot of amps and are looking for something that's going to sound really good and to give us what we want, sometimes it's modeling. You know, it's like it's a Line 6 Helix or a Stomp, or it's a Kemper, and that's okay, and I get it. Rick Beato was talking the other day about it. You know, he's like, you just want to move air. Man, we all want to move air. Who doesn't want to move a bunch of air when they play guitar? But it's just sometimes not feasible, right? It's just not, you know. I played a festival last year at an outdoor stage that I had a gig the night before. I had and a gig the following the festival gig at at the Hard Rock Hotel, where we're not allowed to have an amp at all as far as a cabinet. So I had to run direct, and this is what I took. This is what the Quilter, is that going to focus? The Quilter Tone Block. That's what I took. Anyway, I took that as my amp. The night before was at a small listening room, and I could have totally had an amp there, but I don't travel. My band, when we play, we're not full-time in a bus touring like we used to. So we play gigs when they're appropriate, and we play, when the season is ripe. And so I took the Quilter and I ran direct on a festival stage in front of a big, it's a pretty big festival. It's a Dunedin Wine and Blues Fest, and you know what? I loved it. It sounded great. The guy running sound gave me a great mix in the monitor. I don't run in ears, so I had some air moving at me through the stage monitors, and it sounded great. And then that night at Hard Rock, I was running through a Bose system playing direct, and it's, again, it sounded great. So yeah, you can get away with using a Quilter or a modeling amp of some sort. And Rhett Scholl, a friend of mine from Atlanta, and you probably know his channel. He's so good at what he does. He took his Helix out on a full run he went out with Noah, and I think he ran a cabinet just for his for him to monitor his sound, but for the most part he ran 2 channels out direct. And I think it's completely doable, and I'm all for quieter stages. I mean, I want to be able to hear everybody doing what they do. So, that's where I stand on that. Yeah, if I could have a full stack of Marshalls with 410s, I would totally do it. I mean, the biggest amp I've ever owned is a Fender Bassman with 410s, and I took that out and ran it when I did college. When I played in the college circuit and played, probably played 200, 300 shows with that amp, and it was great. But I ended up having to isolate it a lot. I had to go put it in a back room somewhere because even at 40 watts, that's pretty dang loud. So that being said, this is this week's video, and I'm hoping to try to get some more guitar stuff going. I got a new follower, a subscriber today, and he bought this guy, and man, it's just crazy. This is a Harley Benton, guys. It's just crazy how really good these guitars are. I'm kind of blown away by how good this cheap guitar is. $180 shipped to my door. But anyway, that's this week's video. I hope you love your struggle this week. I hope you surpass any struggle that you're doing, and hit the bell icon so you get notifications when I do these videos, and tell your friends about me. And if there's any girls that follow me, that's awesome, man, because girls playing guitar these days are in abundance, and there's a bunch of them. I'm going to do a video on it here pretty soon, because there's a lot of female guitarists out there that are just really just damn good, man. I like it. So anyway, we'll talk to you soon. Bye. And girls, if you're a girl out there, put yourself in the comments so I can say hi and say welcome to the girls that come to my channel. That's wrong. Let's try that again. What are you laughing at?
If you're a girl, say hi. At first it just sounded like...
Ladies,